Welcome to the Flare Community Poker Club. Let the games begin. Welcome back, Flare Community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. Happy first of the month. Happy Thursday. You know what time of the week it is. It's time to do the Flare Community Poker Club live draw. If you're holding one of the Poker Club NFTs, then you're in with a chance of winning. And with it being the month of June, we actually have the next quarterly poker tournament coming up. So at some point this month, towards the end, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be pretty exciting. 50,000 SGB up for grabs. And I do have some news on that, which I will share on in the near future. But in terms of the roadmap, what I'm working on currently, it's looking pretty good. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was actually this here, the store update and the FCC poker tournaments, because I did mention over on Twitter that I will be doing something. In fact, actually, it was on Discord. If we scroll right up to the top, go to the announcements. If you're holding FCC, that's Flare Community Coin, you may want to tune in to this one, meaning this stream right here. So going back here, what I'm going to do is just quickly edit this because we have got another tick off the list in terms of things that have been done. And that is this one here, the store update. So a couple of these just to mark it as like with a strikeout text, store update. So here is the flarecommunity.com site. You just load the page. This is what you'll find. And if you go to the store and you are holding FCC, you're actually going to be able to buy one of the tickets. Now, if you connect your wallet in the top right, you should be able to do this with all wallets. It's going to say connecting. You come down here, you'll be able to mint this one. This is the bronze tier, and it's going to give you access to the bronze tournament, right? We've got the silver tier, the gold tier, and the whale tier. And each of these have a different amount that they cost. And you also need to know that it's limited to one per wallet, and I want these to actually be used as expected. The tournament times will likely be at this time that you're watching the stream. In the UK, that is 10 p.m. British summertime. I'm not sure where it is in your location because everyone that's watching it may be in a different location, right? So the tournaments are going to start. We're only minting this one at the minute. But there are obviously some others that are going to be launched in the coming days, right? So this is something to consider. I thought I'd give you a heads up now before we see a big wave of people wanting to buy these. One thing that I will say is that if you are holding a lot of FCC, please refrain from buying some of these bronze tiers or the other tiers because these are essentially a limited slot. Once we sell out and have 25 in the hands of the holders, then we're going to have to sort of wait and sort of try and arrange a time. Unfortunately, it's going to be very hard to please everyone. But as long as we have 10 or more people, then we will get a tournament started. They'll go back to the pool and then they will be relisted here on this website. They are going to be available on Sparkles as well, but this is only going to be secondary sales. The normal process is you can buy it exclusively with FCC. The prizes are in FLR, FCC, and obviously them booster NFTs that I showed you last week. And yes, once someone wants to enter the tournament, they burn their ticket or they actually send them back to one of my wallets and we play the tournament and then they will go back on sale for another round. That's pretty much the system, how it's going to work. But yeah, also this Flare Community coin Hugo Filiona NFT is now officially, sales have been closed. So only 65 people minted that, which makes it a fairly rare NFT. And I'm going to be adding some more of these, you know, as and when I can. If we go back to the roadmap real quick, I do have plans to add physical items, and that could be Flare Community cards or also some other interesting stuff too. So stay tuned for that. Right, with that out of the way, in fact, let me just quickly show you something. So this is one of the NFTs. It's very similar to the introduction, but if you look here at the bottom, in fact, let me blow it up. This is the whale NFT because the whale NFT costs 2 million FCC, so quite an expensive one, but it's going to be distinguishable by these here in the bottom right. And obviously the higher tier, the higher the actual prizes are going to be, right? So it's pretty interesting. Just 2 owners at the minute. That's myself that I did for a test, but I'll send this back over to the smart contract so everyone can start purchasing them if they want to spend some FCC. The silver and gold and whale things will be launched at a later date, not today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, maybe the day after, who knows. But with that being said, let's jump over to the top-down cam. And let's give these a quick shuffle. You guys know the drill. How are you guys doing today? We've got Professor in the house. We've got John D. We've got Terra in the house. Crypto Granny. Maher. Abdu Sarah. Death Ranger, of course. Doc Bob D. Jam 2.1. Best delegator recommendations. I'm sort of biased because I'm sponsored by, or the Lucky Claw project is sponsored by FTSO AU. They've been quite a significant builder in the space. The first one to release a delegator app, the first one to build a metrics site, a lot of good stuff. So I approached them, seeing if they wanted to sponsor, and they graciously accepted. So I've got a bias, but if you want to check out flairdashboard.io, that's a really good place to start to sort of get an idea of what people are building, you know. Then you obviously have flairmetrics.io, as I said, built by FTSO AU. They sort of show you the reward rates, but reward rates aren't everything. In fact, let me just do a quick plug while we're here and you talked about it. If we go down here, for example, I'm doing a Flare Community Coin airdrop for FTSO AU delegators, and this is going to be on a random epoch. Random epoch, but that's going to only occur after this period has ended. So after the next flare drop, I'm going to select a random epoch, and then people are going to be able to go over to the Flare Community website and click on claim, and they're going to be able to claim FCC based on how much they delegated to FTSO AU during that randomly selected time frame. So that's pretty much the deal. Glad to hear it, Jam. Glad to hear it. All right, let's do a couple more shuffles and then we'll get this show on the road. Yeah, like I said, I'm really looking forward to the tournaments. And if you don't know, we actually play them on Discord. So if you're not already part of the Discord, please feel free to join. We also have the Flare Community Weekly Chinwag every Thursday. All are welcome. You're watching, yes, you. And yeah, we normally chat for a good hour and a half and talk about anything really, whatever you want to talk about. Got some interesting things that we can talk about today, some points of discussion, one of them being the Discord hack and a bit of a sort of I don't know, a reminder of some generally good practices when it comes to safety of your cryptocurrency assets. I think that's can never be refreshed enough. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. Right now, we have the live draw. Good luck to everyone. We've got the first card, which is 5 of diamonds. The second card is a Queen of diamonds. The third card, a 7 of spades. We'll burn that one. And the fourth and final card for this week's draw is a 9 of diamonds. So it looks like the queens are winning. That's yeah, the Discord hack, as Death Ranger says. We've got the queens winning this week, and that's all the queens that aren't diamonds. So the Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Spades, the Queen of Clubs. Congratulations. It is what it is. Yeah, I think you're right, Death Ranger. You've got to be careful with them permissions, you know, especially if you've got a sense of responsibility like being a Discord manager. But it is what it is. Someone slipped up. But yeah, we can talk about that in a bit and everything else that's been going on this week in the crypto realm. So let me just jump back over quickly to the shared screen. Here we go. Yeah, so if you're wondering how you can find it, if you go right down to the bottom here, it's going to be this one, the Patreon call. Sorry, the community stage. We're going to have a good old chinwag. And as I said, you are all welcome. So with that being said, I hope to see you there. But if I don't, have an incredible week and great weekend. And until next time, I'm out.